what it was. Y'all know who it is. And y'all tuned in with Priceless Knowledge of Self. And this ain't shit but some cosmic insight, man. And I hope everybody's doing fabulous today, because it's an absolutely beautiful fucking day here down the rabbit hole where I'm at. And what you got to understand is y'all ain't fucking with the Mad Hatter, but I do stay fresh, huh? So, what's cracking with y'all, man? And y'all already know it's time that we kick back into these rising signs. And in doing so, we're going to do it in grand fashion, because this is my daughter's rising sign. And this right here, this is going to be a little something about those people that have Leo rising in their natal chart. And before I can even go there, man, you already know what it was, man. I'm going to bring y'all a little bit about the meaning of the Ascendant or the rising sign in astrology. And then after that, I'm going to give y'all a little breakdown of some of the characteristics and personality traits that come along with being a Leo rising or a Leo Ascendant. Then after that, I'm going to set the table for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put the houses into place and tell you kind of how their life might go in a broad sense. So, with that being said, man, we ain't got no time to waste. It's a beautiful day. Let's get it cracking, huh? So, the rising sign of the Ascendant. This is the sign that was rising from the east at the exact moment of your birth. And whatever degree that was at, that's where the first house cup starts. And, you know what I'm saying? That's where your Ascendant starts. And that's why knowing the exact time of your birth, man, that's fucking crucial in really giving an accurate interpretation of a birth chart. For real. It also sets the table and it puts the houses into place, which is what I'm going to do for y'all every time, and y'all have already seen me do. And it can really tell the story of your life if it's read the right way. It plays a big part in the big three that consists of the sun, the moon, and the rising. And, you know, they really make up the basis of our personality. So the Ascendant is kind of how you come across to others. It's your outward personality. You know what I'm saying? It's the sign that you kind of seem like that you are to other people. You know what I'm saying? It also has a lot to do with your appearance in a broad sense and kind of how you carry yourself. It's kind of like when people see you, they're like, man, that's a Scorpio, or man, that's a Libra, or man, that's a Leo. You know what I'm saying? And it's the energy that you project outwardly. It's also, you know what I'm saying, whatever planet that rules the sign that is your Ascendant, you know what I mean, that's your chart ruler. And if you really want to know how that's going to play a part in your life, you need to see wherever that planet is placed in your chart, what house that your chart ruler's in, and it'll show you, you know what I'm saying? Maybe how it's going to affect you the most. And, you know, this is the vehicle that you kind of use to get to your sun sign, whereas the moon sign is the engine. You feel me? You know what I mean? It's just, it's there, man. It's there. And so, what about Leo risings, huh? And I'm going to tell you right now, man, I know it fucking sounds cliche, but when these motherfuckers walk into a room 9 times out of 10, man, they finna light that bitch up. They finna light that bitch up, cause their energy is usually, you know, so fucking captivating, and it's apparent right off the rip that they, you know what I'm saying, bask in being in the center of attention, man. They what's up, man. They live. And whether it really reflects their internal nature or not, they're usually gonna exude warmth and confidence and courage to stand up for what they believe in. I could say that, man. And hey, that's a beautiful thing, man. Like I said, my baby has this placement. And, you know, the other side of that is they're also known to have exaggerated fucking egos. And that arrogance can sometimes impede them from, you know, keeping meaningful, deep relationships going, because that pride of theirs, man, that's probably their main weakness, I could say. They felt special and dreamed big since they came out the womb, man, and probably before that. And you're not going to find many more people as passionate and fucking creative as them. So don't be surprised when they end up fucking famous, man, because they born to shine. And with the sun being their chart ruler, man, you know what I'm saying? And you can see where he's placed to see where they really get their shine on for real. And you know what I'm saying? And how, with what type of energy it can be seen with the sign. You know what I mean? And what area of life is going to play out with in the house placement. So there's a little hint to that. You know what I'm saying? If you get what I mean. What I said is, see where the sun is in your chart, wherever house your sun's in and whatever your sun sign is, okay? Being a Leo ascendant. And, you know what I mean? With the sign, that's going to show you, you know what I'm saying, where you are going to get that energy and what kind of skills you might have even. You know what I mean? And the house placement is going to show what area of life that would probably play out the most for you. So there's a little news you can use. And these motherfuckers do not like losing, like any Leo placement. And if they can't find a way to get their shine on in life somehow, man, they can sometimes turn into them bitter ass, hating ass motherfuckers. Cause in that lion's heart, man, being considered as fucking ordinary, you know, that's kind of a cardinal sin. And it really can't fuck with them. That's not for them. It's not for them. And beyond and behind all that BS, you know, they're still pretty attached to home, and they typically don't do very well when they're single because they truly desire someone for whom they can be the most important person to the world to them. You know what I'm saying? They want to be the most important person in the world to somebody else, man. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to go too deep into that because we're going to talk about that in a second when I set the table. And on another note, man, Leo ascendant folks are absolutely fucking fearless. They're fearless, and they're usually not the type to start no shit, but they also don't tolerate no motherfucking disrespect either. And they damn sure don't play about motherfuckers fucking with their people or anybody that they care about or somebody that's weak. You know what I'm saying? That bullying shit, like, they not gonna play about that. And hey, man, I advise you to just be careful on that accord when you fucking with a Leo rising, man, because they serious. They serious. And also, I can't lie, they can be the type of motherfucker that, you know what I'm saying, comes with a lot of fucking drama. And unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, a lot of that, what goes on is going to be in your motherfucking face because it's Leo, man, and it's going to be in grand fashion, man, just like I say. And all in all, you know, these are bold leaders, you know, passionate creators and devoted friends and lovers whose inner child is always fucking vibrant and glowing. And small kids can see this and are fucking drawn to them. And vice versa. And this is something that is why they always look well younger than their years, man. And as long as their heart isn't broken and, you know what I'm saying, they haven't taken no recent L's because they haven't fucked up, they're pretty much always smiling and laughing and playing and brightening up folks' day, man. And I'm not going to give a whole bunch of advice as far as personality goes because they're awesome. All I can say is that the pride becomes before the fall, and they have to learn how to keep something for themselves, man. When you play your life out on publicly or on a grand scale, man, like, and this is, I don't want my baby to be seeing this because of my language, but, you know, and she's 14, don't get it twisted, she ain't no baby. But, and she's a Capricorn sun, a Libra moon with a Leo rising before anybody asks me in the comments. And she's everything. And she's a handful. But she's amazing. She's amazing. And she checks me with that Capricorn sun. Best believe that. But anyway. But you know, that pride, man. And also make sure that you learn how to value your privacy to some degree. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set the table for you, and I'm going to put the houses into place for you and show you how y'all's chart goes down. So let me light my shit one more time, and yeah, holla at me. But so the first house is Leo, is ruled by the sun, and you know what I'm saying, huge personality. They love to laugh, loyal, dramatic, fucking beautiful hair. And that's the main thing that people usually notice. Something about their hair, you know what I'm saying, it's going to stick out, man. And their hair is usually curly and lighter in color or maybe with like that strawberry blonde or reddish brown type thing. You know what I'm saying? They're very statuesque people. You know what I'm saying? Or well built. You know what I mean? And maybe wide, prominent heads, golden skin, blue, green, hazel eyes. You know what I'm saying? Prominent eyebrows. You know what I mean? That's the type of thing. You know what I mean? And that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? Her mother is Caucasian, and I'm half Caucasian, half black, and she looks full Caucasian. She has reddish brown hair, you know what I mean? And fair skin, like I said, and it's awesome. And so going on beyond that, and we talked about most of the personality traits already. So the second house, this is Virgo, is ruled by Mercury, and they're very meticulous about their finances, man. They're hard workers who are about their motherfucking shit. And, you know, they're people that show up every fucking day, but they want to get paid accordingly. And I also would say that they keep up with their shit. They're also the type of person that would probably give you the shirt off their back, because Virgo is still about service. So there's a little something about that. They could also make their money being accountants, financial advisors, people like that, man. And they might not be fulfilled like that because they don't want to be in the background counting nobody's money. I can say that. And the third house, this is Libra, is ruled by Venus, and they're extremely thoughtful and intelligent people, and they love to conversate, man. They love to conversate. They're eloquent speakers. And with Venus here, you know what I'm saying? I could definitely see some singing ability. And if you want to fool with them, you got to get into that mind first. You know what I'm saying? You got to get into that mind first. And they probably lived in a decent neighborhood growing up. And, you know what I'm saying? They really know how to diffuse situations with the words that they say. And they're very balanced in their speech, and they're fair. They're fair-minded. And, they might have had a sibling that was, you know what I'm saying, a Libra, or, you know what I'm saying, exhibited that type of energy, or just they wanted a peaceful, harmonious life in their earlier days. And the fourth house is ruled by Scorpio or Pluto, or Mars, even to a lesser degree. And their mother may have been a Scorpio, or sun, moon, or rising, or exhibited strong Scorpio vibes. And hey, man, my daughter's mom has a Scorpio moon. So, and here she has a fourth house Scorpio, pardon me. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? She might have been a little controlling even, or quieter, but still, you know, strong Scorpionic vibes. May have been some mistrust there. There may have been some deep family secrets that were going on. There still might be. You know what I mean? There might have been some family secrets going on. And it doesn't necessarily have to be anything nefarious. There's just some things that weren't spoken of in this household. And there are some things that went on there that it wasn't anything like abusive, but there's just secrets that went on in that household. And, you know what I'm saying? They still have this deep bond that goes beyond this plane with their mother. You know what I'm saying? They also know that their mom would probably kill for them. And, you know what I'm saying? They do the same for their children and their mother. Like, this is just a deep emotional connection. And like, hey, man, it's ride or die with that family. And that's what's up, man. And you could also say that if you want to flip this, if the fourth house is the least dominant parent, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Scorpio rising, so, or Libra rising, it just depends. But I'm gonna say I'm a Scorpio rising, and I definitely have a whole bunch of that going on. So you can see that, and then when you flip to the other end of that, and you see the 10th, you know what I mean? Her 10th is gonna be an Aries, Taurus cusp, and her mom's an Aries too, Aries sun, Scorpio moon. So there's a little news you can use. But moving on, the fifth house, this is Sagittarius and Jupiter, and that's fun. That's fun, man. But what would you expect from a Leo rising any other way? They love to travel for fun and to learn about different cultures. You know, they might be heavily involved in church and actually fucking enjoy it. You know what I mean? They learn from their experiences and from having fun in life. And you know what I'm saying? The true meaning of life for them is love and to experience, and they feel passionately about it, man. And it's just fun. And they might end up having a son first. I could say this with a Sagittarius in the fifth house, you know, or a male son or a Sagittarius child. You know what I mean? And they could be attracted in a light sense to foreign people, you know what I mean? It's in a sexual sense in a way. Stuff like that. And so the sixth house, this is Capricorn and Saturn, and just like the fifth, Sagittarius love to be in there. The sixth, Capricorn and Saturn, they like the sixth house, you know. They're right at home here because, hey, this is where they're going to excel at. And they usually end up in leadership positions at work due to their amazing fucking work ethic. And, you know what I'm saying? Plus, they strive to be the best, and they take their day-to-day responsibilities so fucking seriously. So seriously. And when it does come to work, they are the type of people that know how to keep it strictly professional. You know what I'm saying? They keep it strictly professional. Whatever they do away from work, that's what they do away from work. But when they at work, man, they about their business. And usually they end up being bosses. And so that's a beautiful thing. And their seventh house or their descendant, this is Aquarius, and it's ruled by Uranus and Saturn to a lesser degree. And they're attracted to quirky, intellectual people that are comfortable in their own fucking skin. You know what I'm saying? They want somebody that, you know, they can both be cool, you know what I'm saying, being on their own. And they want somebody that, you know what I'm saying, is going to let them shine, but also not worried about it because they got their own thing going on. You know what I'm saying? And I could also say that mental stimulation is probably much more important than any, you know what I'm saying, physical thing. And they're definitely the type to have unorthodox pairings or just relationships, the type of relationships that to some of us might not make sense. But hey, what they do is their business, man. And as long as they're happy and fulfilled and moving forward, can't nobody hate, right? And so the eighth house, this is Pisces and Neptune, and this is interesting, man. I ain't gonna disclose why this is interesting right now, but when I think about this in the case of my daughter, this is interesting. And so they're deeply spiritual, but, you know, private and protective of their spirituality. They're probably extremely psychic, and, you know, they may communicate with spirits, and, you know, they're definitely very obsessed or might even be scared of the spirit realm. And, you know what I'm saying? They actually go there in their dreams. You know what I'm saying? And in a sexual sense, these are the people that could bring you true sexual healing. You know what I'm saying? Pisces in the eighth house, that's sexual healing, man. And so the ninth house, this is Aries, and this is ruled by Mars. And this is interesting because they have their own set of beliefs and values, and they don't put a lot of trust in what people say. That's the thing about it. Aries means, you know what I'm saying, they want to see what the fuck you do. They learn from actions, and they probably have had some conflicts, you know, centered around their beliefs because, you know what I'm saying, they might be imposing them on others or people imposing it on them. And, you know what I mean, it's just, that's always going to be a little bit of conflict with that. And maybe it could just be inner conflict. And so that's a little tough placement right there. But it is it's a fire sign in the firehouse. But in my opinion, you know what I mean? When you put Aries in that ninth house, you know, Sagittarius, their thoughts, their beliefs are what pushed them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the time Aries doesn't think. You know what I'm saying? He just goes right in. You know what I'm saying? You know, And it's different. You know what I mean? For you to develop a healthy belief system, you really have to take the time to think. And who knows, maybe they got to figure it out though. So the 10th house, this is Taurus, and it's ruled by Venus, and they get money, man. They get money, and it could be from their own artistic talents or their taste, like, you know what I'm saying? They could do shit like interior or fashion design, or like I said earlier, with Libra in the 3rd, and now you have Taurus in the 10th. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could just be from singing ability. They could have all kinds of things. They could play music. They could be painters. You know what I mean? But this is a lucrative placement. You know what I'm saying? Taurus ruling the 10th house, like, man, they gonna get paid eventually. And they love beautiful things in there. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. Even with that Virgo 2nd house, they're willing to spend on that. You know what I'm saying? And the 11th house is ruled by Gemini and Mercury, and they have a lot of friends, and they bring that life of the party energy, man. They love to laugh and to talk and play, and, you know, gossiping could be an issue within their little circles though. You know what I mean? That's just something they could do. And, you know, they could be looked at as somebody that might be two-faced within their social circumference, man. And I'm not saying that's always, but, and it could be wrong, because a lot of the times they're just having fun and they're just communicating and just spewing that information, and they never really realized until it was too late that, you know, what they did was a little sideways and people looking at it sideways. But other than that, man, really 11th house, you know, Gemini, it's fun, man. It's air and air. So it's beautiful. You know, Gemini being the 11th house that's ruled by Aquarius. So it's pretty cool, man. It's okay there. And the 12th house, this is Cancer and the moon. And if you pay attention to this Leo rising chart, all the signs are sextile here in their houses, if you know what I mean. The first house, okay, it's Leo, but it's an Aries house. You get what I'm saying? Mars. When you go to what's the next fire sign after that? Sagittarius. When you go to Sagittarius, and I'm going to get to the 12th house Cancer here in a second, man. When you go to Sagittarius, they're in the 5th house, man. You know what I'm saying? You have the Sagittarius, the mutable fire, in a fixed fire house, of Leo's house in the 5th house there. And then back in the 9th house, we had Aries in Sagittarius house. You get what I mean? And so that's pretty cool. And then if you look, like we just said, we had 11th house Gemini in Mercury's house. 11th house Gemini in Aquarius house. This is air and air. And, you know what I'm saying? 8th house Pisces in Scorpio's house. You know what I'm saying? And so everything is sextile to where it should be in the chart. And so with the 12th house Cancer, man, with Cancer being in Pisces house, man, it's at home, and they care. They care deep down, whether they're actually able to outwardly express their feelings, man. They're nurturing, and they, in their brain, man, they're sensitive, man. They're in tune. They're psychic. You know what I'm saying? They know what's going on, man. And they're always thinking about their family, man. And there might be a part of them that their nurturing might be blocked in them, even with the 12th house, because the 12th house can be what's hidden, what's not available to you, what's there, but it's not so accessible. So they might struggle with being able to nurture or being able to express their emotion in the whole spectrum. So they're always smiling and they're always just putting on a happy face because they might not know how to deal with everything in that way though. So look, man, I love everybody, man. I appreciate all the love and support, man. Just remember that it don't matter what your rising sign is. It don't matter if it's Leo. It don't matter if it's Scorpio or Libra or motherfucking Capricorn, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. Hey man, just because you build like that, it don't mean you have to build like that. And that's what the next merch gonna say, man. I appreciate all the love and support, man. And this been some priceless knowledge of self. If y'all fooling with me, man, please like, share, and subscribe. If y'all are interested in any astrological readings whatsoever, man, you can just hit me up in the comments below or email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com, man. And say, man, just keep it cool, man. That's all I can ask of y'all, man. Keep it cool, man. Keep it trill, man. And if y'all interested in any of these, this beautiful merch, man, what y'all need to do, man, is email me or, you know what I'm saying, hit me up in the comments below and we can talk about it legitimately, man, because it is official. We do have some of this official merch ready to come to you, man. So I appreciate it, man. I'll be back in a minute with a little something about those people that have Capricorn rising in their natal chart.